Dear Smithsonian Museum, it is me, your favorite president, Donald J. Trump, and I'd like to share with you the real, unwoke history of the United States of America. Once upon a time, God was bored. He'd done a lot of things. Some people said some really good things, like fish sticks and chicken nuggets. He made those, but not as good as some people did later, like Colonel Sanders. But that's not God's fault, because God wasn't an American yet. So God wanted to make the best place ever, so he made America the Beautiful. At first, America was an empty place, really empty. Nothing here. No beautiful buildings, no golf courses, nothing to recommend. Nobody gave it good reviews. Then a white businessman named Columbus, Ohio, came over here and brought all sorts of cool stuff. He brought wine. He brought the South. Some people say we had no disease, so he brought some of that. And Puritans snuck on board. They were called Puritans because they were pure white, pure people, nothing non-people about them. So Columbus is king, the king of English. He only taxed tea for some reason. And in Boston, all they had was tea parties, so no one was happy. So they wrote a big, beautiful document, and it said, only the taxes the president wants and leave our tea alone. And then the king said we were free. And we built railroads and sold tickets, and everybody wanted to help. Black people sold everything they owned to come here. They jumped on ships and sailed over here to help us make our country the greatest and the best. And they all said thank you. They were so thankful. They didn't even want to vote or be paid. They were just so happy to be here. And who could blame them? You're welcome. And then Abraham Lincoln, a lot of people thought he was one of the best presidents until they saw me. He freed the South, and everyone was excited. He said any landowner in the South can do what they want because they're free now. And everybody loved him, but not as much as they love me. And then the Wild West was tamed, and all the Indians built casinos. Not good ones, not as good as the one I built, but they were happy, and there was no more crime until Joe Biden brought it back. And we became the richest country ever, and we built the biggest things. And Hitler, who was a pretty nice guy, very smart, did a lot of really good things for Europe, but some people around him might have done some stuff that pissed the Israelis off. So we came in and saved the world. We kicked their butts, and we stopped everything bad. We completely got rid of evil. No more evil, and we're always fair. That's why we made 2 Koreas where there used to be one. That was us being fair. And everybody was happy until Obama and Biden bankrupted everything. They bankrupted all my hotels, bankrupted freedom, and taught our children to take drugs from foreigners and to hate America. They called it a failure, and it was. It was the worst failure ever because of what they did. But then Americans elected their smartest president in history, and I fixed the country again, and now we are so hot. Everyone wants to be an American, but we have to be firm and tell them no. I've made it good to say no again. Just say no to too many freedoms. There's the right number of freedoms. Too many, and then it's not even freedom anymore. It's just stuff. And no one knows stuff like me, and I love my stuff, but if it's not gold, it's not worth keeping. So we're only keeping the golden freedoms and getting rid of the other ones. You're welcome. And under my watch, we're tossing out all the people who hate America. If you have anything not good to say about the country or anything other than what I know is good, then you're out. And America will soon, thanks to me, no longer be cluttered up with 3 branches of government. We're trimming those branches back, and we don't need to hire illegal Venezuelan drug cartel members from the Home Depot to do it. It's being done by Americans. You're welcome. And that's why the United States of America is the greatest country, and why God was happy to move here. Him and Jesus live in Florida near Mar-a-Lago. That's what I've heard. So there you have it, the real history. That's what I want to see if I ever decide to visit your museum, and you better do as I say, because I'm the president. Sincerely, Donald J. Trump.